Be honest. When was the last time you thought about solar panels? Yeah, probably when you saw them on your neighbor's roof and thought, huh, that's neat. Then continue scrolling TikTok. That's fine, but what if I told you there's a new kind of solar tech that could make those big, shiny rectangles look ancient? The answer lies in a material scientists have actually known about for over a century, a material known as Perovskite. Now, the name Perovskite might sound like something you'd find in a fantasy RPG, but it's actually the name of a crystal structure. Discovered way back in the 1800s, Perovskite is special because it's insanely good at absorbing light. The solar cells made from it are lightweight, flexible, and super cheap to make. And here's the crazy part. They can reach over 25% efficiency in lab tests, which is basically on par or better than some of the silicon panels that dominate the market right now. So, how do these things work? Think of Perovskite solar cells like a 5-layer lasagna, but instead of cheese and sauce, it's made of electrodes, transport layers, and light-absorbing Perovskite filling right down the middle. When sunlight hits that Perovskite layer, it knocks electrons loose, sending them on a little joyride through the circuit. Meanwhile, the electrons leave behind gaps that become positively charged in the opposite direction. Bam! There's your electricity. Together, this charge separation keeps power flowing, even though the whole thing is thinner than a human hair. Now, why is everyone so excited about these things? For starters, they're cheap. You can literally make Perovskite solar film from a solution at low temperatures. Translation, less energy, fewer raw materials, lower costs. And because they're lightweight and flexible, they can go places traditional solar panels can't, like curved rooftops, wearable devices, or maybe even your car's windows. There's also a really cool concept called tandem cells, where you stack a Perovskite layer on top of a silicone one. Together, they capture more of the light spectrum and push efficiency even higher. Now that's where things get interesting. Imagine buildings that are the solar panels. You have windows that generate power, walls that charge your cell phones, blinds that power your lights. Companies like Oxford PV and Sol Technologies are already doing this. Oxford PV is making those tandem Perovskite silicon panels, while Sol Technology is printing flexible solar films that stick to glass. It's like the solar version of duct tape. It's great on everything. But, because there's always a but, Perovskites are fragile. They hate moisture, heat, and oxygen, which, last time I checked, was 3 things that Earth had an abundance of. Leave one outside unprotected and it degrades faster than your iPhone battery after an update. And then there's the lead problem. You see, most high-performing Perovskite cells contain a small amount of lead, which is not exactly eco-friendly. The last thing you want to do is line your skyscrapers with lead-based solutions. Now, researchers are trying tin-based versions, but those tend to oxidize quickly and lose efficiency. So lead-free works, just not as well. Luckily, scientists aren't giving up. Encapsulation tech is already improving, basically wrapping the cells in protective coating so moisture can't ruin the party. Other labs are testing new lead-free materials using tin, bismuth, or copper compounds. They're not perfect yet, but every year the gaps in performance get smaller. Scaling up manufacturing is another hurdle. Making one perfect lab sample is pretty easy, but making millions of them that should last for years, not so much. That being said, pilot programs are running from Europe to Asia, and early products are already in testing for building use and space applications. You heard that right. Space, the final frontier. It just so happens to be a great fit for perovskites, as they are resistant to radiation and incredibly lightweight, making them ideal for satellites. Think about it. More power, less launch cost. It's like giving NASA a discount coupon for sunlight. Now let's talk about the future. For starters, scientists found a way to make tandem perovskite cells surpass 30% efficiency earlier this year. Yeah, that's huge. It could make solar energy the cheapest and most accessible power source worldwide. Mass market rollout might happen in 5, 10 years, depending on how fast we fix stability, safety, and recycling. Because yes, someone's going to have to figure out what to do with these panels when they break down, especially the lead-based varieties. So what's the takeaway? Perovskite solar panels are promising, cheap, and efficient. They could reshape how we power our homes, our cities, even our space missions. But they're also a reminder that great technology has its growing pains. The goal now is to get them stable, safe, and scalable. So, thanks for watching. Perovskites might not be perfect yet, but they're a glimpse into the solar future, one that's lighter, cheaper, and admittedly a bit cooler than the ones that we have right now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go see if my windows are making electricity yet.